If we get more rain, well, it's going to be a little slower. But
Marco Curcio owns a hobby U-pick farm in Langley, which he has been running for the last 5 years. He says this June has had a lot more rain and less sun, which is impacting the growth of his blueberries.
But it doesn't mean that there's less quality. It just means that we don't get it as quickly as we normally would.
Some of his blueberries still have blossoms.
They're still here. They should all be gone by about a week ago.
It's been the coldest weather we've seen in a spring in 30 years, and this is really having a serious impact on some crop production.
Sean Smuckler is professor in the Faculty of Land and Food Systems. He says the lack of sun and more rain is impacting farming.
That combination means that the soils haven't dried out and their annual crops. Farmers are 4 to 6 weeks behind. We're starting to run up against the deadline when the fall rains come. So what farmers don't want to have happen is to plant now and have a slow production and then get rained out when they're trying to harvest.
If the rain stops and the weather warms up, Sergio says his blueberries will only be delayed a few weeks. But there's one benefit to this wet weather.
We don't have to spend as much money on water.
The owner hasn't used the irrigation system this year. He says it's a big difference from last year's heat dome when he had to water the plants every day to prevent the berries from over-ripening and being scorched in the sun.
Our water bill was exceptionally high that year.
But this year, prices on almost all commodities are increasing with inflation. Sergio says the price of sawdust has doubled in cost. Labor costs are up, as well as fuel and fertilizer.
We have to adjust our costs in order to make up for the differences because of the climate and because of the world's problems.
With the delay in produce and inflation, he's had to raise his U-pick prices from $2 a pound to $3.
As all farmers do, we have to be patient. That's all we can do.
In Langley, Angela Bauer, City News.